Hey guys, just want to take you through another one of my back workouts. 5.5 weeks out from Body Power UK. Training at different gyms, different machines, and trying to give you guys a different aspect of how I like to train back. So starting off here with the palms facing wide lat pull down. As you can see here, really getting that stretch at the top here, and by doing that, I move my head forward at the top of the movement. Just gives that extra little inch of stretch, but I find over time it really adds up and really helps give that extra good stretch there. Did 4 sets, and here's basically the last set, drop set. Doing a lot of drop sets lately, of course, with most exercises, just trying to help bring out that detail. And again, just getting that full stretch. You can see here, I'll move my head forward underneath the bar just to get that last little bit of stretch before I bring it down and force out a couple more reps there. Dropping the weight now here, starting to get pretty fatigued. And but yeah, like I said, I find that by bringing my head in underneath the bar at the top of the movement really gives that extra little stretch, and really over time I think it's gonna really help in the long run. All these little things add up, and consistency is the key, like I always say. And here's the last drop. I'm straddling, so I'm really putting the focus on the lats and taking away any momentum if I was locked in, and just really trying to squeeze out the last couple here, but obviously getting pretty fatigued at this point, so just trying to rep out what I can. And then we decided to move on to a one arm underhand row machine that I don't have at my other gyms. I really like this machine a lot, really to help to hit that lower lat, get a good stretch, good squeeze. With these machines, I like doing them one arm at a time. I find that it's best, and it's good to take advantage of this, because you can really get that more stretch and a better contraction, a better squeeze, versus doing it the two-hand way. I noticed when doing it the two-hand way, your shoulder blades kind of get pinched in the contraction, and you can only bring your elbows back so much. So I really like doing it the one-hand way, and you can really get that good stretch, and especially the contraction where you can really bring that elbow far back versus when you're doing it two-hand. But like a lot of exercises, what I'll do is I'll do them one hand at a time, and then I'll usually do the last set or two two-handed, just for a little bit of something different, just for a little bit different stimulus, since I'm here anyways. And as you can see here, I'm going to be doing a two-handed set here, and it'll be a drop set. But as you can probably notice, I can't bring my elbows back as far as the one-handed. Basically, your shoulder blades kind of get pinched at the back here, but it's just a different kind of movement. So since I'm here anyways, I'll incorporate it anyways. But like I said, I usually use mostly one-handed movements when I'm using these kind of unilateral machines, one hand at a time. So just dropping the weight here, just trying to get the squeeze as always, and especially as it starts getting lighter, I really try to concentrate on the squeeze more. Getting pretty fatigued by this point, but again, trying to get these drop sets to help try to bring out some more detail on my back, which I've been trying to work hard on this off season. And here we're going down to the last drop set, and I'll really try to get good contractions here, really good squeeze here, because it's getting lighter, but it will get heavier in a sec real fast. And just gonna finish off here, squeeze these out, and just trying to really etch out some detail in the back, which we'll be able to see. I won't be able to pretty much see until I get my back tattoo covered up. It's really hard to tell the detail until I get it covered up, so we'll see when it comes show day. And then we went to a high hammer row. I really like this machine a lot. I don't have it at my other gyms, so it was great to see this one here, and I'll be using this one a lot more often in the end to finish off my prep. Really hits the upper middle back, and especially depending on how you put your seat. I did a couple sets one-handed, but we didn't film those. This is was my second last set doing the two-handed. Yeah, I really like this machine a lot. You gotta adjust the seat properly. If it's too low, you'll pull it too high and hit a lot more upper traps and upper back. put the seat up a little bit higher, then you'll hit more your mid to upper back. So vary it up. You can change it according to sets. And here I'm just finishing off with a drop set again as usual. Just trying to get as many as I can. Again, try to etch in some detail, which I find the drop sets do a lot. I only incorporate the drop sets in my prep. I don't do them in the off season. I believe straight sets is the best for growing. And so here I am, just trying to pull my elbows back as far as possible, really trying to get that squeeze. And yeah, I really love this exercise for hitting that upper mid back, which I can use a little bit more thickness on, and pretty much I think anybody can. Starting to get fatigued here, and again, trying to really get the good squeezes at the end here with the lighter weight, as many as I can, and I'll start getting pretty fatigued pretty fast though. So just trying to get as many as I can here, and hopefully etch out that detail, and you know, we'll be able to see the hard work pay off, you know, come stage day. So, and then from here, I went to another pull down, narrow grip. Again, as you can see here, pulling my head underneath the grip to really get that extra stretch at the top there. You'll see it right here, me pulling my head. You know, you get a good stretch if you didn't do it this way, but I find you get that really the maximum stretch when you pull your head in at the top of the movement, as you can see here. You know, and you know, like I said, that over time is really going to help a lot. You know, I'm a big believer in maximum full range of motion, and that's the full range of motion of this movement, is with the head in. Any pull down movement, that is, you know, pulling your head in and getting that full stretch and then getting a good squeeze. Did four sets here, and this is basically just my last drop set. You know, as I can already see here, as I'm getting all these drop sets are starting to really create more detail in my back. It's starting to dry out a bit from all the drop sets and all the reps. And here I'm just trying to force out a couple reps at the end. I'm gonna go down to the second drop set now. Same type of thing, and hopefully you can see here, you know, my head go underneath the thing. There you go. It's a quick little movement. It's kind of hard to see in a way, but you know, it really adds up over time. And then just kind of trying to force out a couple more reps there. Starting to get fatigued. Here we go to the last drop, and just trying to I'm straddling again, just trying to concentrate on the back, pulling the movement down. Here we go, head underneath right there. As you can see, it's perfect right there. Head underneath, and then yeah, that's pretty much it for the pull down. Pretty fatigued at this point. And then we're going to move on to a row. I like to usually do pull down row type thing, just to hit it from different angles. Here we're doing a high row, hitting upper back, as you can see here, hitting a lot of rear delts, a little bit of traps, and mostly upper back. I like this machine a lot. Kind of comes up on an angle, and just got to make sure you keep your elbows as high as you can. Try to, and that'll really hit the upper back more. You know, if you drag your elbows lower, then that'll start hitting a little bit more mid back. But for this purposes, I'm trying to hit the upper back. So we did 4 sets of there. I did a drop set, didn't film that one though. And then we decided to do, I wanted to do some more rows, create, you know, hope for some more thickness. My back was a little bit iffy today from tweaking it, doing quads the other day. So I didn't want to do anything too freestanding. So here we were doing the supported T-bar rows. This is my heavier set with the 5 plates. Really trying to help, you know, bring in that middle to lower, mid lower back thickness, which I find the rows do. So we did, that'll be my heaviest set. And then the last set here, I did a drop set, which was pretty intense. Went all the way from 5 plates to 4. Again, just trying to help bring out that detail. And you know, like I said, I wouldn't really be doing these in the off season. I would be just doing straight sets. But you know, since I'm trying to, you know, get some more extra detail, just going to be doing a lot of drop sets here. And this one was a long. This one was a long one. I don't put a fixed number of reps on each drop. I just basically do as many as I can, even from the start. You know, my first set of the drop set is basically, you know, as many as I can. I'll drop it, do as many as I can, drop it, and etc. You know, I know some people put a number on the first one, but I think that first drop, the first reps of the drop set, you should just do as many as you can. You know, that's the whole point. You know, get it to fatigued, drop it, do as many as you can again, drop it, etc. You know, just don't put a set number on it. Just do pretty much as many as you can. And here I am trying to get those good squeezes now as it's getting lighter. But of course, it still feels heavy at this point. It's getting pretty fatigued. And then I think this will be the second last drop, or the last drop here. Last drop here, I'm gonna really trying to get that good squeeze now. This one plate feels like the 5 plates that I started off with. It's getting pretty tiring. I'm just gonna rep them out, and that was the end of the T-bar rows. And then from here, I did my pull down variation where I'm pulling it in, trying to pull it my elbows close to my sides, trying to hit the lower to mid back here. I find kind of just with my hands really supinated there. I find this really helps hit the lower to mid back. I usually start with these, but today I decided to finish off with them. Just finishing them off, getting a good stretch, and then what I always do, go to 90 degree and really concentrate on hitting the upper lats now, which I find really isolates them really good. As some of you have seen in my other videos, I really find this hits the upper lats better than the conventional way of just standing and doing them. I think you get a better full stretch, better range of motion. And this, and keeping the ropes together, and this really hits the upper lats. And you got to make sure that you don't turn this into a tricep press like I see a lot of guys doing. Just really let the lats do the work, and that pretty much finished them off from there. And then I decided to hit the rear delts like I always do on back day, using a new type of machine that I usually don't use. I'm always liking to try different things to hit the muscles in different ways, and also keeps the workouts from getting stale. And here I really like this machine a lot. Keeping my hands up high, as you can see here, that really keeps the emphasis on the rear delts. I find too many people bring their hands too low, and what that does is it starts hitting traps and their mid back actually. So keep your hands as high as possible. As you can see here, they're pretty much as high as I can. I really like to exaggerate it a lot. And what that does is, all it is, I'm just pulling with my rear delts here, and you can really start seeing them pop here, and that's all that's doing the work. I notice with a lot of rear delt exercises, or like face pulls and whatnot, people pull it too low, and what that does is it incorporates some biceps, some traps, and by pulling them any rear delt movement up high, at least parallel to your head, or if not higher, will really put more emphasis on the rear delts, and I suggest doing that, and you'll know what I mean. And here I'm just finishing off with a drop set. I did I did 3 sets standing, and then I did 3 sets sitting, just something a little bit different, really to fry the rear delts here. And this is good enough for the rear delts. And as you can see here, last set, really trying to get those squeezes as usual again. The lighter I get, the more I really try to squeeze hard. And yeah, they're pretty fried after this exercise. So we did 6 sets there. And then it's on to move on to biceps, which I always do on back day. Not a lot of crazy volume today. We just did 6 sets, and we did 3 sets here with this type of machine I've never used before, but it had a really good resistance curve on it, so I really liked it. It was a really good, it kept a lot of tension on the biceps, and I just forced out 3 good sets here on the preacher here, really trying to get a good squeeze at the top, and concentrating on turning my pinky in at the top to help bring out the peak. And then we just sat here and basically just changed the grips around, and decided to do hammer curls here since I was ready here anyways. And I'm always changing grips around and stuff like that with the same kind of machine, just to do different exercises. I'm always playing around like that, and just by turning the grips the other way around, here I am being able to do some hammer curls here. And we did 3 sets there, so we just did 6 sets for biceps today. I'll hit them in a couple days again anyways, so I don't need to be hit too crazy. And then I just wanted to show you basically how I do my ab work. This is how I mainly do my abs, mostly rope crunches, keeping the ropes together, and it's just contracting with my abs. I see a lot of people that basically, they almost kiss the floor with these, and I think that's a lot more core work. Here I'm just contracting the abs. It's a very short movement, but trust me, this works really good, and these are pretty much how I usually always finish off my workouts, doing my abs. I'll do a good 4 to 6 sets doing these, and just contracting with my muscle. I'm not thinking about bringing the rope down, I'm just thinking about contracting the muscle and bringing my chin to my belly button basically. And then after these, I always do some leg raises. I usually start off with my feet as straight as possible. Really keeps the tension on the lower abs. And then what I'll do is as I start getting fatigued, I'll start doing knee raises just to finish off the set, and you know, and just really concentrate on, like, again, contracting the muscle. Instead of thinking about lifting my legs, I'm thinking about contracting my muscle. And that pretty much was the end of the workout, and it was a great workout. And thanks, guys.